Oh, ho, 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 ho. Do I feel good today? What is good, DTL universe? Oh, it is Monday, August 5th. And I got to tell you, you guys know what time it is. You've been paying attention to what we're doing on social media, but this is your daily sports and sports betting brand of record. We like to call it Driving the Line. We are live every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on demand on the weekends. We talk about everything, but we also try to make you a smarter sports bettor as well. There's always new people dropping into the chat. When you come in, if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, it really helps our show grow. Now, I didn't even need to look at my phone to see what the date is, because you guys know here at DTL, we're all about our families. We're all about our pets. And today in my universe, it's a very special day. My main man, my partner, my JJ turns 14 today. And in the last week, he finally broke 70 for the first time, shooting a 69 last week. And that's my man right there. He is currently in bed, so he has no idea this is going on. But please, if you guys don't mind, could you write happy birthday to my main man in the chat, please? Happy birthday, JJ. He would really appreciate that when he gets his butt out of bed. It's only 7 o'clock out here on the West Coast. All right, now, as always, we started this brand 7 months ago. We pivoted, we evolved, and this was the day we were looking forward to. Who? Well, my partner, my 5-tool player. But before we get to him, I got to see what we did yesterday, because we are 7 days a week. And look at this. Soupy, nailing it. DG, surprisingly, nailing it. But, kind of a ho-hum day on the weekends, which is why we need to bounce back on Monday. Now let's bring in our 5-tool player. Now let's bring in my partner, who always brings it and grinds every single day. And where's that big old fat smile that I love so very much? AB, you know what today is, big boy, don't you?
JJ's birthday.
Oh, well, yeah, it's his birthday too, but what are we starting today, AB? What are we starting today?
The National Football League.
We will not have another day on the DTL show that will not have NFL content until February, starting today. AB, I'm pumped. This is the day we've been waiting for.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so pumped, too. Even Thursday when the Hall of Fame game was on, I was thinking about today, right? In saying I cannot wait to really talk about the NFL and talk about these teams, players, everything that goes along with it. And also, JJ, happy birthday. And dude, sleep in, buddy. You earned it.
That's my guy. You guys know, man, we're like best friends. I mean, we played golf late last night. We were playing into the night. It's just to have a son like him is absolutely amazing. So thank you for that, AB. Now, another person, I said we're all about family here, and this man will always be family, whether he's with us or whether he is not with us. And that's our main man, Howie Schwab. What is the Crew's play of the day selections today, AB?
Howie would be fired up for the NFL today, but he's still ready to talk MLB. 2 games, 4 options, and some wild weather out there today. Be careful. Twins Cubs over 8, Twins Cubs under 8. Red Sox Royals over 10, Red Sox Royals under 10. Polls in the chat. Vote now. We'll update as we always do at the end of the show. But let me just forewarn everyone. Today in Major League Baseball is going to be weird. It's just going to be weird, man. Prepare thyself.
Do not tweet us and not say that we didn't warn you. All right? Weird. We've cashed a lot of overs the last week because of AB's weather report. It's been amazing. Today, maybe a little bit off. There's 9 Major League Baseball games today, by the way. AB, we've got 3 crew members that are standing by, that are ready to go, that are chomping at the bit. Are you ready, sir?
Ready, sir.
You're damn right. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the picks. We got the best crew in the game. By the way, Soupy's in the chat. Any question for him, put them in the chat. He'll answer them for you in real time. But look who I got today. And it's also another special day for my numbers guys. So on a Monday, who gets the 15 seconds? Well, I'm going to one guy, Rafael Esparza. Good morning, Rafael. 15 seconds is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Happy birthday, JJ. I think my wife should get the extra 15 seconds because she's had to deal with me for 24 years. That's right. Today is my 24th wedding anniversary. So 24 is next year is 25. Death to us part couldn't come any quicker. But hey, it's been a fun ride. Can't wait for dinner. Have a great reservations for dinner tonight, so I'm excited for that.
Hey, AB, let's make sure and pull that last 10 seconds out of the show and send it to the wife, just as kind of an anniversary present. Let's do that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, good thing that you're going out to eat, because after she watched that, yeah, you might have a little Clorox bleach in the chicken. Yeah,
you might be locked out when you go out for dinner to get that.
She's upset that the NFL is here, so I told her I'll see you in April, because right after the NFL and Super Bowl, it's college basketball. So I usually tell her I'll see you in April.
We can't argue with that, because you're going to be with us every single day. Now, this man, if you heard all that screaming on Saturday night, that's because in the Zaslow household, they were watching SummerSlam, and they were watching the live watch along with me and Raphael and Big Tommy C. Z-Man, good morning. How did you like SummerSlam?
Oh, my God. I loved it. I thought just from start to finish, it was so good. So many great angles. You had turns. And you know what? Sometimes predictable is okay. Predictable can sometimes mean it's the right thing to do. I thought there was a lot of things that were predictable. It was a very, very fun night. I loved it. And my dog, Roman Reigns, is back. Loved it.
He looked great, in great shape. So much to talk about this week on Behind the Turnbuckle, our brand, and it's still real to me, which is Z-Man's brand. All right, finally, you talk about weird. The world of soccer with the Olympics and the Leagues Cup, it's been weird, but at least now we're starting to ease the league plays back into it. My man from the dirty, Charles, good morning, sir.
Morning, Coach, crew. Happy birthday, JJ. Congratulations, Raphael. Yeah, we're only a couple of weeks away from some league action. Can't come soon enough. I know everyone's excited for the NFL, but I'm also excited to see our top European leagues come back as well and get a little bit of normalcy. But until then, we still plan on having another great week here.
There we go, and it starts off right now. By the way, Man City scored 4 goals on Saturday. Our man Holland, he is in rare form at the start of the season. All right, Charles, I'm going to come right back to you because we got some fire picks today. It's going to be a big day on the show. But the men take center stage today at the Olympics. What do you see? Let's start right there.
We're going to the semifinals of the Olympics, where we have two teams that have scored in every match thus far, with Morocco, who's averaging 2.5 team goals, and Spain, who's averaged 2.25 goals. I expect both teams to hit the back of the net again as well. So we're going back to the old both teams to score with Spain and Morocco semifinals of the Olympics.
I like it a lot. And Raphael, as I come over to you, there is another semifinal game as well, and that's where you're attacking. Also, talk to me there.
Yeah, first up, I love Charles' play in Spain. Both the team score. It's a great play. I'm taking France with 1.5 goals even money, because why? France hasn't given up a goal all tournament long. They've outscored 8-0. They're not going to give up a goal tonight. I can easily see a 2-0 game. Egypt just happy to be there. A big win against Spain, big win against Paraguay. Again, the Cinderella slipper comes out, or I should say the Cinderella boot comes off today, because France wins easily. Will not be shocked if it's 2-0, 3-0. Give me France -1.5.
And do you know what time that game starts? I actually didn't look it up myself.
3 p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. Are they both at the same time? No, there's a noon Eastern, I think, right?
Noon Eastern and then 3 Eastern.
Okay, great. Let's stay with you, Raphael, because basketball is starting to get ramped up after all of the track and field yesterday, which I absolutely loved. Are you kidding me? No, we see you. A lot of the basketball players were at the track and field event yesterday, and today they're back on the court. But you like Brazil, sort of. Talk to me.
Well, not really, but that 100-meter dash, I think I watched it 6 times. I still think six different endings on that one, but that was fantastic. Brazil today, they've struggled all turn wrong on offense. I know they hit the century mark against Japan, but us guys on this panel can probably hit the century mark against Japan. They're a very small team. I just think Brazil is going to struggle today on defense. Don't forget, they only scored 66 points against France's defense. What's they going to do with the defense of USA when you have Embiid and Davis in there? Don't forget, I think that they have Holiday coming back today as well. I think the USA defense is just going to be too tough. I know they're averaging 80 points per game, but I just think USA holds them to probably 70.
Okay, real quick, Dave has a question. France team total in that soccer game. Have you looked at it? Do you like it in any way, shape, or form?
I do. I just, like I said, Egypt's just happy to be there. I think it's just going to be another France. I don't get France is playing in their backyard as well. 2-0, 3-0 easily.
I'll give credit to France. That country has showed out for the Olympics this time. The golf yesterday was about as good as it can get.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler, a 62 to win that yesterday. Amazing, amazing theater there. All right, now, Z-Man, let me come over to you because there are 9 baseball games today. And I think people forget that the Cleveland Guardians have a 4.5-game lead in the American League Central over Minnesota, 5 games over Kansas City. So there's not a lot of room for error here. You like them today. Tell me why.
I do. Normally the way that I like to trend with my baseball picks is I like to find the team that's really good. The Guardians are one of those teams who maybe's lost a couple games in a row. And that's what's going on with the Guardians. I like betting on the bounce back. And the Guardians, they are at home here. They're coming off a loss, obviously, to the Orioles. They're at home here. They're taking on a really good Diamondbacks team that's fighting for a wild card spot. And I understand Zach Gallen's on the hill for Arizona, but that just means that we're getting good odds for the Guardians. So plus 105 for Cleveland today. I like the Guardians bouncing back. I could see some runs being scored throughout this game as well, even though it's Zach Gallen on the hill for Arizona. It's 2 teams that desperately need victories to make sure they get playoff spots. So I like the Guardians money line here tonight.
You brought up such a great point. I'd love to educate you, to educate and entertain the audience just a little bit, that there are spots where you get a big name player or pitcher, and that makes the books bring the number down. And Zach Gallen, he used to be great, but this year he hasn't been that great, correct?
Yeah, just, baseball, there's 162 games, and there's the old adage, right, where every team's going to win 60, although maybe not the Chicago White Sox, but every team's going to win 60. Every team is going to lose 60. What's going to happen with those other 100 games, So anyone can beat anyone on any given day. So I like to find the teams that we know are good, like the Guardians, and when they're getting the plus odds. And you can find that work when they're going up against a respected pitcher. So that's why I like the Guardians here today.
So does Jared. He says, I love this play, Z-Man. One of the best home teams in the majors at plus money. It's all about digging deep. Hashtag it pays to watch live. Z-Man, thank you very much. Now, you guys know AB, right? Like, you're familiar with AB. And my man can do several things at once. So while you guys were giving us amazing picks, amazing analysis, my man AB was in the chat talking about Buc-ee's. AB. Buc-ee's is legendary in the South, which is Louisiana, which is Texas, which is Florida, not Tennessee. Why are we talking beef jerky in the chat?
So Buc-ee's, if anyone hasn't been there, it's the largest gas station in the world, which that sounds like the South right there. Already got you. But I'm not kidding. I went and got gas one time, right? I was like, hey, let me get $20 on pump 462. Like, it's that big. They have 4 different brisket people cooking, making sandwiches in the middle. They have an entire wall of beef jerky that they make in-house. It's the greatest place on earth. Like, the greatest place on earth.
There's a Buc-ee's right near where we do PGA Tour live on ESPN. Yeah. And the great Billy Kratzert, I call him the governor. And he goes, Coach, you've never been to Buc-ee's? I said, no. Do you know how many gas pumps they have at Buc-ee's at the one near the PGA Tour facility?
There's no telling.
100 gas pumps. It's insanity. By the way, my beautiful daughter, anybody that has kids, Raphael, you don't need to listen to AB. You guys will know why this is driving me crazy. She comes home yesterday, guys, and AB, and she goes, Dad, I filled up with gas for the very first time. I go, great. She goes, a little scary. So it was $82, just to let you know, because I told her every time you buy gas, I just want to know so I can kind of budget for it. And so she was excited. All I'm thinking is, how much is gas going to cost me now with my daughter driving?
Oh,
in
man,
addition
I didn't
to
even think about that.
Right? Yeah. Now I'm paying 2 cars.
Yeah.
I
thought I got rid of the other car a year ago. If you know,
I thought you were going to say that she filled it up with diesel on her first time at the tank. You got to make sure,
I didn't even think about that. Thank you for throwing my mind off, Z-Man. We appreciate that. Now I got to go ask her, damn it. I love it.
Looks,
I
hey,
love
looks like she might want to start getting some picks together.
yeah. I got to pay for gas, damn it. I got to pay for gas. All right. Z-Man is gone. Raphael is gone. Charles is gone. AB, I'm seeing two that I absolutely love. Explain yourself.
White Sox and A's over 8 + 100. All right. Then we're going with the Red Sox Royals. First 7, both teams to score 3+ runs. And I'm going to show you why on both of them. The White Sox have lost 20 straight games. But here's the interesting thing. It's not like they're not scoring runs. All right. They're just giving up way too many and they're getting beat. So we're going to start right there. 70% humidity today at the Oakland Coliseum. All right. Here's the other funny part. The White Sox are out drawing the A's in terms of attendance, crushing them. So they're going to be like, wow, we're playing in this team must stink. We're playing in front of nobody out here. But it's going to be humid, hot, and the ball's going to be flying. So that's why we're taking the over 8 there. Now, Red Sox Royals, you see it. 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing out of left center. Not huge. Not crazy, but it helps because both of these teams are scoring runs. I think the total today is 10, maybe even 10.5 at some books. We're going to bring that number down. Both teams are going to score 3 runs or more, and they're going to do it in the first 7 innings, and we're going to take plus money doing it. And then finally, Raphael, what are we looking at here? The friendly confines here. 15-mile-an-hour winds blowing in today. That's why you see a low total. So that's the weather report. Now, what I was saying about just baseball being weird in general, take a look at the pitching matchups. You have a ton of pitchers that give up a ton of runs, except most of them haven't faced batters from the other teams that they are going against today. Sometimes that helps the batters. Sometimes it helps the pitchers. It is going to be a weird, strange day. We saw a little bit of it yesterday. Friday and Saturday were awesome. Just keep an eye on it today.
By the way, that Royals game, very, very important in the wild card race. The Royals have the 3rd spot. The Red Sox are 2.5 games back of that 3rd spot. So really important game and series coming up in Kansas City. Quick chat question, Charles, for you from B. Mills. Do you like the over in the Sporting Kansas City Toluco game? I know you're not too happy with the Leagues Cup right now. It sucked, but I think that has to hit. I added it has sucked. Do you like the over in this game?
Yeah, I agree with you, Coach. Totally different from the tournament last year that averaged 3.2 goals. It's tricky because Toluca's already advanced, so they could theoretically just sit back and absorb pressure, not needing the score as well. So these are the tricky spots that you find yourself in these last matches of the group as well. So as of right now, I was looking at it. I could see goals, but it's the Leagues Cup. It's been 50 shots a match, and we're seeing 1 or 2 goals. So,
you are so right.
I'll have a better estimation later on in the day.
All right. I encourage you to follow my man on social media. He's always putting out free content there. If you know, you know. Now, everybody stays today, ladies and gentlemen. And I got to give producer man a shout out because he's always working behind the scenes to make this the best sports betting show all the way around in the country, maybe in the world. And we have arrived on August 5th. We've got 24 weekdays until September 5th, which is night 1 of the National Football League. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time. It's time for 24 days to the NFL. Every single weekday, we're going to do 2 teams, and we're going to start with the NFC East. Somehow, AB, they are the most popular team, the most expensive franchise, even though they haven't done anything in 27 years. So we're starting with the Dallas Cowboys. Coming off a season last year that was 12-5. They won the NFC East. They lost that wild card game, and Jordan Love earned that contract in Dallas last year in the playoffs. They didn't pay Dak Prescott in the offseason. We know that. Their win total is 10.5, that according to DraftKings. So, AB, I want to start right there. Are you going over or under their win total for the Cowboys? Talk to me.
Over 10.5 wins for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm in on them. You know why? Because this is the first year where everybody doesn't get everything that they want. Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones are saying, we're going to keep you just kind of you're on a string, right? And you're going to go out and play. You're going to go out and earn this money if you want to get paid big bucks. It's kind of the first time they've ever really done it. And I think this team has all the talent in the world, offensively, defensively, because guess what? If you're a player and you're like, well, I'm not getting paid, I'm going to go do it somewhere else. You got to have a good season to do that. And I think the Dak's going to be on it. I think the defense is going to be on it. I'm in on the Cowboys. Give me him over 10.5 at plus money. I think they'll be good.
It's completely unlike Jerry Jones to not give certain players what they want. Z-Man, let me come over to you. You going over or under?
Sorry, that was very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. I'm going over on the Cowboys. I love the Cowboys this year. And to be honest with you, I know you got the contract situations, Dak, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, but this team's won 12 games, 3 consecutive years. Like, we're not betting totals on, are they going to win playoff games here? This is a great regular season team. Cowboys over 11.5. I would have to think about it. But 10.5, like I said, they've won 12 games, 3 consecutive years. I really don't have, now they didn't add to the team, but it's not like they lost anything significant. I don't see any reason not to believe that this is still going to be a really good regular season team.
And that's what they've become, is a good regular season team. So you almost have to separate, Z-Man, the playoffs from the regular season, just like 3 straight years of at least 12 wins. So, Raphael, let me come over to you. I mean, this has got to be having your head explode to see all these numbers and break it all down. What do you got?
I just don't understand all this love for Dallas. I'll break it down when we do some of our prop bets on this one, but there's a reason why they have 1 star on their helmet. Because yes, we're talking about regular season wins, but there's so much behind that we're not seeing with the contract issue with Dak Prescott. Is he going to be a Raider next year? That's big rumors around that. Soupy is correct on that. What's going on with CeeDee Lamb? What's going on with Parsons? What's going on with their head coach? I just think this year and this year alone, there's too many question marks. I'll take the 10.5. I'll lay the minus 180, minus 190, minus $2, minus 220, 240. I'll lay whatever it is because I just think this division got better. Washington got better. Eagles got better. The Giants got better. I just think this is not going to be the Dallas year. I know they've won 12 runs. I've cashed the over 3 straight years, which is 2 years, but their total team was 9.5. Congratulations, who had that over? But this year, I just don't see it.
I can't wait for some showdowns coming up this year. We got 2 overs. We got 1 under. Charles, coming to you. What do you like?
Yeah, I'm going under as well. I echo everything Raphael's saying, but I'm taking it one step further. I'm going to under 9.5. But look at the schedule. They play the AFC North. So they got the Bengals, the Browns, the Ravens. Then they also have the Texans, the 49ers, the Lions. Plus they have to play the Eagles twice. So I could definitely see 9 and 8 at best in this one as well. So I'm gonna take my chances as well with the under 9.5 wins with this Cowboys team that I was not impressed with in the draft or free agency as well. Plus Zeke in the backfield. So they can stack up against Dak as well, so he'll have to do a little bit more. So, yeah, give me that under for the Cowboys, 9.5.
Look at Charles using an alternate line there, going under 9.5 at plus 115. Next level. By the way, if you guys think over under, go ahead and put that in the chat for us. You think the Cowboys go over or under their win total? We're using 10.5 as the number. So, AB, let me come right back over to you. We're talking props. And futures are such a big market in the NFL. Where are you headed for the Cowboys on this one?
Dak Prescott, 5+ rushing TDs all season at plus 150. All we have to do is get to 5. This man lives over 5 rushing touchdowns. We've seen it, and especially when he doesn't really have a run game. All right, the play action right there at the red zone, right there at the end zone. Yeah, Dak Prescott's definitely going to do it, man. Take him 5+ rushing touchdowns. He'll get that at plus money all over it.
I can see all those 425 Eastern games. Dak spiking the ball with that opening touchdown, scoring 42 points, and it meaning nothing in the playoffs. Z-Man, come over to you. I love that play that Z-Man just threw out. Where are you headed with the Cowboys?
Yeah, I'm going to go most passing yards in the NFL in the regular season. Dak Prescott, plus 700. I mean, We've seen monster seasons yardage-wise from Dak Prescott in the past. And, yes, it's a contract year, but you got to remember, or at least pay attention, Dak isn't upset about the contract situation, all right? Dak is totally okay with going to what's going to be an unprecedented, unrestricted free agency for a quarterback of his caliber. It's why he put in the clause in his contract, no franchise tag. That's because he envisioned getting to a place where he's going to become an unrestricted free agent. He's going to command the richest contract in the history of the NFL. Why am I telling you this? Because it doesn't matter that he's not signed right now. He's going to go out there and ball out. He's going to have a great season. It's not going to be, hey, you're not going to give me my money. Well, I'm not going to try hard. No, I think you're going to get the best possible effort from Dak Prescott. So leading the NFL in passing yards, plus 700, Dak Prescott.
Such a smart take. And I was trying to think of some names of quarterbacks that could challenge for this because of how the 17 games play out. I couldn't come up with one. Not one that opens up their offense like Dallas does when they need to go match touchdown for touchdown if their defense isn't playing good. I love that analysis. Thank you, Z-Man. Now, Raphael, let me come over to you. Where are you going with the Cowboys?
Next head coach is Bill Belichick. Give me the plus 150. I don't like this team at all. I don't understand so much love that people are giving the 1 star of Dallas Cowboys on this one. I just think this division's much better. I think the Eagles are way better than the Cowboys. Charles said it. They did nothing in the offseason. Be very careful with these player props because these 3 people have not signed. Dak, I know people don't. Dak doesn't care about his contract. Then why are you talking to me if you don't care about your contract? Just leave it alone. I don't understand so much love. I would not be shocked if the Cowboys don't even make the playoffs this year. I
love when we disagree. I love when we disagree. This is what we like to call AB's sweet spot. All right, Charles, come on over to you. Where are you headed on the Cowboys this year?
And this kind of plays into what Zaslow's saying. I think they're going to stack the box against Zeke. So Dak had 9 picks last year. I think he's going to be throwing up to 50 times a game this season as well. So like I said, he had 9 picks last year. I think he gets at least 1 more as well. So give me the over 9.5 interceptions, Dak Prescott.
All right. David says Dak ain't worth it. I'm a Cowboys fan. Dak can throw for 5 million yards, but he can't win. And we don't need him to for this future, David. That's the whole point. That's why people like betting props and futures. It doesn't matter what they do as far as winning or losing the game. Gentlemen, well done on our first of 32 teams in our countdown to the NFL. So, AB, we're going to pivot now. The other team, they lost their center. And apparently, Jason Kelce is the most sought-after person in all of football. He gets hired by the ESPN, and now the Eagles are offering him a spot to be a coach and a scout. Their number, according to DraftKings, is the exact same, 10.5 at minus 130. So where are we going? Over, under with the Eagles?
Over 10.5 wins as well. This team won 11 games last year and completely quit on their coaching staff. Right? I mean, that's how good that this team is. I think that Jalen Hurts has a better year. A.J. Brown has just the entire team. Plus, you add in Saquon Barkley as well to that squad. I think that Philly is going to be all over it. I'll take that over 10.5. I'll eat the juice at minus 130.
They had an unbelievable start last year. And to AB's point, they finished 11-6. That was good for second in the NFC East. They lost to the Bucks and the Fighting Baker Mayfields. What are we doing, Z-Man? Over, under this year?
No, I like the under here. You know, they lost the Super Bowl a couple years ago. It's very difficult. You rarely see the team that loses the Super Bowl winds up having a great year the next year. And it looked like the Eagles were doing that. I mean, they won their first, 7 or 8 games of the season, but they totally implode late in the year. I have to go under here because what I saw those last few weeks of the season was arguably the worst team in the NFL. And that wild card weekend against Tampa, they were the worst team in the NFL that week. They would have lost to every single team in the NFL that wild card weekend. It was a disgrace. I got to go under here until this team proves me different.
The way I think I was at an event in Florida, wasn't it the 49ers that laid them out on a Sunday night last year? I mean, just laid them out. I think we saw that in receivers when they went in and just buried the Eagles. And that was really the start of all of that. Great job, Z-Man. All right, Raphael, come on over. We've got an over and we have an under. Where are you headed?
Man, me and Z can have our own show mix match because I totally disagree with him on this one. I like to over on this one. This is a totally different staff that the Eagles have. The offensive coordinator, they're going to be throwing a lot of slants, quick passes. I think Jalen Hurts has a big year. I'm going over this one. I think they win the division. Sorry, spoiler alert, down a couple of weeks. I just don't see them not having a good season. And I'm tired of these internet experts saying, oh, but they're missing their center. Since when is a center a most important part of an NFL team? I'm sorry, it's really not. But I'm sorry. I think the Eagles bounce back, brand new regime. I think the backfield, like the running game is going to be very impressive. And I think the secondary is going to be very impressive this year as well. I think the Eagles way over 10.5.
I feel like you need to be a guest on Zaslow's show 2.0. I think that would be very, very entertaining. All right, Charles, I'm coming over to you. Are you going to make it a tie or not?
Oh, I'm echoing Raphael. I'm going with that over 10.5 Eagles. I mean, look at their division. They could sweep that division they're in as well. Plus, to get the NFC South, they could sweep that. Then they play the Steelers, the Jaguars, and the Packers as well. I could see those all victories. So way over in this one. I think they dominate. I think 10.5 is a great number.
Z-Man, you're on an island all by yourself, it looks like, with the Eagles this year, sir.
Listen, not everybody's perfect. You're going to be wrong sometimes. So I'm sorry, guys. Like, we can still be friends. I'll still be all right with you. Don't worry about it.
By the way, week 1 for the Eagles, isn't it in Brazil? Very first game in Brazil, correct? On a Friday night against Jordan Love, that new contract, and the Green Bay Packers. Interesting. Chiefs, September 5th. Eagles, September 6th. But, AB, let me come back to you. Let's talk future prop. Where are you headed?
Saquon Barkley, brand new running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. 3 or more touchdowns against the Giants, all right, at plus 225. Saquon's former team, the New York Giants. Remember, they play them twice. All we have to do is get 3 touchdowns in both of those games of the regular season. And note, that does not say 3 rushing touchdowns.
Wow.
3 touchdowns. He catches them too. And think about this. You know what? The one thing you talk about the center position for Philadelphia, the tush push that they owned. I'm not saying it's gone, but Kelsey was a massive part of that. Saquon's going to steal a few, get a couple revenge TDs. Yeah, take that plus 225.
AB, real quick, Matty Ice in the chat may have the line of the day. He says, really? 3 or more in 2 games for Saquon?
Yeah.
We know he gets hurt a lot. We know that. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. But I think playing for a good team, he might not have to carry as much as he did in New York. And Giants, by the way, don't let the cameras in when you're talking about Saquon. Please. That was embarrassing. Z-Man, let me come over to you. Eagles future prop. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Josh Sweat. I'm going to go with the linebacker over 7.5 sacks this season, minus 115. The last 3 years, he's averaged 8 sacks, a little more than 8 sacks in a season. So this is why the number is right there. But those last 3 years where he averaged 8 sacks a season also include 1 year where he had 11 sacks. All right. So he's capable of putting up double digits. What you really got to do is you got to get that one game where he gets 2 sacks. If he has the one big game and then you're thinking, all right, 5.5 sacks. And remember, you get credit for half a sack. All right. So 7.5, the number, it comes into play. But if you get that one big game where you get 2 sacks, then you're cooking. So I'm going to go with the linebacker over 7.5 sacks on the season.
Z-Man brings up a good point. We don't talk about defensive props a lot. We are this year on Driving the Line. We're not going to ignore the defense because there's a lot of props out there that you can play that will cash. We'll do it on DTL After Dark every single primetime game. We will have a live show leading up to kickoff. Raphael, futures, Eagles, go.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback a little bit on what Zaz said. The Eagles team total, I think, is 48.5 sacks. I like that over. I just the defense is going to be really, really key for the Eagles. So I'm going to piggyback on that one. But I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a big year. Last year, he threw for 23 touchdowns. This year, new offensive coordinator going to get the ball out of his hands quicker. I think he has a lot of slant passes that go to get large. I just like 22.5. I think he flies over this. Will not be shocked if he gets like 24, 25, really, or like maybe week 15. And then maybe just calm it down a little bit because they'll easily win a division.
And it's great when great minds think alike, because I'm looking at Raphael's name and I'm looking at Charles's name. I do not like or let them talk to each other, but Charles, you have the exact same play. Why?
Yeah, we're on the same wavelength today, Raphael. Absolutely. He had 23 last year. I think that, and that was with a run-heavy offense as well. I think with Saquon coming over as well, they're going to have more him in the passing game as well. So you pair that A.J. Brown, Goddard, Devontae Smith as well. I think they're going to let the reins a little bit loose on Jalen as well. So 23 is a great number. We'll go ahead and take over 22.5. Jalen Hurts touchdowns passing.
All right. If you know, you know. By the way, Soupy's going to be our resident fantasy expert here on DTL. He's in the chat, and he says Jalen Hurts will be the QB1 in fantasy this year. Any fantasy questions all year, send them over to Soupy. He will answer them for you in real time. Gentlemen, well done. Well freaking done. 2 teams down, 30 to go, and I am here for it. Now, for those of you who are not here at the top of the show at 10 a.m. Eastern time, don't even worry about it. We have you covered all the time. We get it. You got jobs, unless you're Jeff, because he worked all of a week and then quit his job. But, Jeff, we're happy that you're here live instead of at work. Hopefully you get a new one very, very soon. But we have a little something where we take care of you, and now it's got a brand new sponsor, sort of. The Whip Around is brought to you by Reagan, the movie.
Welcome to your life.
There's nothing a retired governor can do, but a president, now he can do a thing or two.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Oh, I'm going to be front and center August 30th. All right, who's going to go the yard today? As AB said, it's going to be a little bit weird. But, Charles, here are our selections. Bobby Witt Jr., he's starting to play lights out almost every single day. He's amazing. Plus 275. Rafael Devers, he's in the same stadium with Bobby Witt Jr. today. Then you got Brent Rooker of the A's. They lose 3-2 yesterday to the Dodgers. Royce Lewis, plus 450. And then Luis Robert at plus 475. Charles, start us off. Who's going to go the yard?
Going back with old Bobby Witt Jr. plus 275. I expect plenty of runs in this game as well. I was tempted to take Devers, but I'm going to stick with Bobby Witt Jr. plus 275.
I'm going to have to call Papa and Mama Coach to get the exact weather report, as they live very near Kansas City. I'll get that on social media. My mom will be happy to tell you. AB, let me come over to you. Speaking of weather, where are you headed today, sir?
Rafael Devers. All right. I'm sorry. Rafael Esparza Devers plus 325. I got a feeling my man RFD is going yard today. I'm taking him there for the Red Sox.
The chat's a little bit surprised we haven't got to Rooker yet. Matt says Rooker is red hot. Rafael, are you going to go Rooker today?
I am going Rooker. I just love the number of plus 375. I know they had a bad couple of days over the weekend, the A's, but I just think he bounces back, and I think we're going to see a lot of runs scored in this game. So I'll take the plus 375.
I do too. They're at home today. They've been scoring a lot of runs lately, the A's. Don't sleep on them. They haven't been winning all of them, but been scoring a lot. Z-Man, who's going to go to the yard?
Yeah, I'm going Bobby Witt Jr. plus 275. Looking for James Paxton to throw meatballs out there right over the plate. So Bobby Witt Jr., I'll go with him.
I love having you in the crew. I tell you what, I've loved your style since I started on your show in Miami freaking 15 years ago. I just love how you deliver stuff. It's hilarious. By the way, Phil Win More, you're not hilarious. Coach, will Kansas City make it to the Super Bowl to get beat by the Lions? No, they'll make it to the Super Bowl to win the damn thing 3 years in a row. I will take no Chiefs slander this year. Not when we're the 2-time defending champions. Big Cheesy, it hurts. October 20th, we will lay it down again all over you. And yes, I will bet you something on October 20th. But we've got to get through all of our picks. 10 seconds or less, one nugget or so. Charles, we got Olympic soccer today, and it starts at noon Eastern time for you. Let's go.
Morocco and Spain, both teams that score. Each team has scored in every match thus far, and I think at worst we see 1-1 in this one in the semifinals matchup. Morocco and Spain, both teams to score.
Boom. There's another semifinal game today for the men. Rafael, let's go.
We're taking France -1.5, even money against Egypt. Egypt would be lucky if they even see the back of the net, not even go behind the back of the net. I just think France too tough on defense, have not given up a goal. And then Olympic B-ball, we're going to take Brazil. Team total under 78.5 as the U.S. is going to dominate on defense. I'll be lucky to see if they hit 75 points. I think Brazil has a very long day at basketball.
I tell you what, the Olympics have been fantastic. The Guardians home tonight against the D-backs. Z-Man, you're up.
Yeah, I like the value there. Guardians are a great team. They're a really good home team. So I try and find any opportunity to bet a team plus money at home who's also a really good team. So they're facing Zach Allen, Arizona, but I'm going to go Guardians money line.
It feels weird to even see that number up there against that team. It really, really does. We're going to jump all over it. Thank you, Z-Man. AB, you got two. Talk to me.
First off, all right, France playing a home game there, so I like Raphael's pick. Aaron Rodgers actually went to Egypt to watch the game. Didn't even realize that it's over there in Paris. And then Morocco, my cousin, she lives in Morocco. Shout out Tara. They're going to score because she loves it. Says Morocco's a great place to be. But we're going Major League Baseball. White Sox A's over 8 plus 100. Red Sox Royals first 7. Both teams to score 3+ runs at plus 115. And Aaron Rodgers going to be over there getting him some merch and some hats and some stuff. And I guess staring at a pyramid over there in Egypt.
All right, a couple of things before we wrap things up. AB, wasn't it nice not to have Soupy on the show today, but leave it to Matt to remind us, how do we skip over Patrick Corbin Day at home today against the Giants? Maybe we should look at that. Yes? No?
Yeah, he's been terrible.
Unbelievable analysis by AB. Or he has also, Z-Man,
Also
sucked.
Oh, he said, come on. Meatballs. He sucks. Come on.
By the way, stop and say thank you. And the DTL universe is amazing. You guys have embraced us so much. And when you do things on your own, we've got to participate. So, AB, look what Lindsay did. Lynn Strude in the chat. I saw this on social media the other day, and I'm in. I'm going to wipe the floor with everybody. But I want everybody to participate. I want this to be the biggest Eliminator challenge that's ever been done to support Lindsay. She says, hey, everybody, I created a Driving the Line group on ESPN's Eliminator Challenge. Go in the ESPN Fantasy app, go to Eliminator Challenge, hit the groups tab, and search Driving the Line. Join today. Pretty cool, AB.
Very cool. Yep. Very, very cool. And I'm already signed in.
I have no clue what Eliminator Challenge is.
Yeah, wait. Welcome to the Thunderdome, Raphael. Sign up. Let's go.
Welcome to, and I don't want to see one text or one tweet. I hate fantasy. I've already done that. I've already done that.
Fun. You'll like it.
This is fun. It's not really fantasy. It's in the fantasy tab, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Lindsay said, you're going down, coach. I will be the last man standing. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Now, Z-Man, where can we find all your stuff?
Saslow Show 2.0. It's a Miami-based podcast every day, Monday through Friday, wherever you get your podcasts. You can download it. That's awesome. I also do a pro wrestling podcast. It's under the Zaslow Show 2.0 banner. It's called It's Still Real to Me. Had a couple good guests over the weekend. Coach was one of them. So you can go back and you can check out the last couple of episodes. And I'm on ESPN Radio a lot. I'm on during drive time Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. So, of course, wherever your local ESPN affiliate is, you can catch me there as well.
I listen to him all the time out here in Los Angeles. Got my man Roger Lodge, the Sports Lodge, part of the crew. Z-Man, huge part of the crew. Thank you very much. I'm telling you guys, do you guys feel how big this is starting to feel already? We've got such a huge live audience today. We're really starting to get things going. And it's only day one. We still have 30 teams to go. I love football season. Gentlemen, as always, thank you very much. Great start to our NFL coverage. All right, it's time to wrap things up. You know what time it is. It's time for the closing bell. All right, AB, a couple things to handle here. First and foremost, the Howie Schwab Crew Play of the Day selection is
the Twins and the Cubs over 8 in honor of Rafael Esparza there in the friendly confines, Wrigleyville. They're going with it, feeling it. Twins, Cubs over 8.
I love it. I love it. A couple of things in the chat, AB. that we need to handle. Our man Scott says, come on, coach. Put some stakes on the you and Lindsay last person standing in Survivor, and gave a bet that we could make. If Linz wins, buy merch. If I win, donation to the charity of the choice. I like that.
Yep.
All right.
That's solid.
Lindsay, if you're in on that, whoever is the last person standing, then if you beat me, I will buy you a merch item of your choice. And then if I win, you will make a charity donation to Sabe's Wings. That's going to be our charity of choice of any amount. But you're going to win so much from DTL that you're going to give like $10,000, something like that. Also, AB, Big Cheesy says, I can't wait to take Coach's money. Haven't we already taken Big Cheesy's money, sort of? He had to go out and buy Chiefs jerseys. He had to spend money on a Wi-Fi bill to take the pictures, to send them to us. We've already taken his money. I mean, we're doubling down. We're doubling down.
You have to honor. All right, Big Cheese. He's our Doc Holliday. He's coming right back. You ain't taking it like you're just not gonna. You can't get rid of him. Doc Holliday is there, ready to go. I love it. And I guess from like now on, like you two are like, it's gonna be played for gas cards. Like that's the new one right there. But everybody's in California. Gas cards around. Just put it from the north to the south. So there you go.
And last thing, per his, I guess what he does. So we're 45 minutes in, AB, and guess who just showed up in the chat right now? DG. Right now, he just showed up in the chat. Apparently, he didn't know we start the show at 10 a.m. And then he gets into the chat and he takes a shot at me. Is the first thing that he does. Coach losing first pick with his Chiefs pick. Well, if I pull a DG, I may not get it in on time, so I may not lose that pick in the first pick in the Eliminator Challenge. Yes, AB.
I just want to bring to attention Dave McBride's comment because Big Dave gets it. Let me just say that.
What did he say?
Put it right here on screen.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Attention, potential advertisers. This is a show with 5,000. And that's in the off season, by the way, without fail, because it cashes. No other show does that. Thank you, Dave. I'm telling you, and they better get in right now, just like our movie partners have. Our movie partners are amazing, absolutely amazing, because they see the future because they produce movies. If they don't get in now, AB, what's that?
No, I was gonna say the first ones in are in for life. We will take care of you forever. That's a guarantee on that.
For life.
Yep.
For life. Nobody will over-deliver like we will at DTL. And one other nugget, August 20th, Tuesday, August 20th, we launch DTL, the podcast. Every single day, a separate 20 to 30-minute show where we talk more in depth about what we talk about right here. We're grinding for you guys because you grind for us. AB, have a great day, big boy. Have a great day. Producer man, thank you for the one shot. Thank you to all of you who tuned in live today. What a huge live audience for us. It's going to continue to grow every single day. And DG is not dropping bombs. Oh, man. Now he's taking shots at my son? Wow. JJ, your dad is an idiot. Huh. But then Liddy comes back strong. JJ just shot a 69. Yes, he did. Don't worry. I'll handle it after the show. It is what it is. But in the meantime, it is now time for you to all go out into the world. For you to pay it forward. Be kind to one another. Not take shots at each other in the chat. That's not what we do. Let's have a bounce back Monday. Support everybody. And do not forget, late night tonight, last word behind the turnbuckle. We break down everything Monday Night Raw with me and Big Tommy C. But for the here and the now, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. Right, Tiger Crew, Limbo, my man from the Dirty Dirty Charles, my numbers guy, Raphael, man from South Florida, always bringing it strong, Z-Man, my partner, AB, and never forget about producer, man. We never know where he's going to be, but he's always here, always making the show look like $1 million. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. Is truly what we're all about every single day right here at Driving the Line. Good luck.